Hey there, welcome to the Uplift. We got a great show for you, great cast of characters as well. Among them, these, a 25-year-old who went viral for ordering a truly massive amount of food at a Minneapolis restaurant, but the food wasn't for him. Why'd he do it? We will explain. Also, a young woman who balances life as a Marine with another dream. There's a massive event she was hoping to make it to. Which one? We'll get into it. Also, a woman who crafted a surprise for her ailing father and ended up creating a massive tourist attraction. Details to follow. Plus, a group of kids being encouraged, you heard me right, encouraged to clown around in school. Say what? You'll find out why. And finally, we introduce you to a pair of unlikely friends, 52 years apart in age. It's only a number. We'll show you why their friendship works so darn well. Plus, even more heartwarming news than that. You know what you're watching? The Uplift. Hey there, I'm Tony DeCopel. This is The Uplift, the show that lifts you up for at least the next 30 minutes, you and me as well. And we begin with a story about two lovebirds, and I mean that literally. Mr. Steve Hartman.
To me, some of the saddest tombstones are the incompletes, the couples where one has passed but the other still present, buried above, under a mound of loneliness, such as the case of Blossom the goose. As we first reported last March, Blossom lost her mate, Bud. They'd lived on the pond here at Riverside Cemetery in Marshalltown, Iowa. And according to cemetery staff, after Bud died, Blossom's grief was as evident as any human's.
Her behavior was it was quite a change.
General Manager Dory Tommen says Blossom started hanging out near the front office, always staring at herself in the glass or the model tombstones.
She wanted company.
Even if it's just a reflection.
Yeah.
And that's when Dory got a crazy idea. A hysterically lovely, crazy idea. She posted a personal ad that read in part, "Lonely widowed domestic goose seeks life partner for companionship and occasional shenanigans. I'm youthful, adventurous, and lively."
I mean, what are the odds you're going to find some goose, a male goose?
Oh, in Iowa?
Apparently, this state is lousy with bachelor geese. And sure enough, she got a call from Deb and Randy Hoyt, owners of a widower goose named Frankie.
He needed a mate.
Yeah, and plus he's so lonely.
You know, I thought, well, that'll be great, you know.
And so they set up a blind date where Blossom welcomed Frankie with open wings.
They started walking off together, and they haven't really left each other's sides since.
After our first report, which garnered more than 6 million views on Facebook, visitors flocked to see the couple. People sent them goose gifts and even fan mail, all in appreciation for the lovely reminder to lonely humans everywhere that until your last day is etched in stone, don't ever give up on finding goosebumps. Steve Hartman on the road in Marshalltown, Iowa.
We all know that friendships can be fulfilling, but they're also important for our overall health. And while many friendships end up being between two people roughly the same age, connecting with somebody of a different generation also has some serious upsides. Here's Janet Shamlian.
Professional dancer Laura Kaufman forged friendship at the bar. Not that kind. A dance class at New York's iconic Steps on Broadway.
When you first saw Carol, what did you think?
I was honestly enthralled from the moment I met her.
The woman who became a bestie, Carol Taytan, is older by 52 years.
She had an energy and a warmth about her.
So it sounds like you were both instantly sort of attracted to each other.
Love at first sight, what can I say?
The age-defiant attachment isn't that unusual. 37% of adults have a close friend at least 15 years younger or older than they are.
Dance on a rainy day.
While this 32-year-old and 84-year-old bonded over ballet, they soon started exploring restaurants.
Say hi, Carol.
And with birthdays one day apart, They celebrate together every year.
I don't think of age when I'm with her. We share a passion for life, and even that one element is not easy to find.
Wait, so when did you get back from Paris?
Experts say we tend to stick to same-age relationships, but one with a significant age gap brings benefits through sharing life experiences. Bryn Mawr College psychology professor Mark Schulz.
The payoff that we get from connections with people that are different from us have the potential to be even bigger than the connections we make with people that occupy a similar place in life as us or are right next door to us.
I feel like she's taught me that getting old doesn't mean you have to actually get old.
Both women say they're energized by their 4-year bond.
What's next for you two?
I think just endless adventures. I can't wait to see what's next.
A relationship spanning decades and for the ages. Janet Shamlian, CBS News, New York.
Thank you, Janet. Coming up, Nora O'Donnell meets a young woman who balances being a Marine with another dream. We'll show you what massive event she's training for. Plus, why did a 25-year-old place a giant order at a Minneapolis restaurant, and why did the owner then invite him into the kitchen to learn how to cook the food himself? Find out after the break. We introduce you now to a Marine who set a very steep goal for herself and brought our Nora O'Donnell along for the journey as she trains to reach that goal.
I love serving my country. I can't think of a better job than being a United States Marine officer.
Captain Riley Tejak can do anything.
How do you deal with adversity and challenges?
I think dealing with adversity, I want to do things that are hard. I want to be tested. I want to see where my limits are mentally, physically, and emotionally.
Tejak did just that when she joined the Marines. Only 9% of the Corps are women.
My goal is you aren't the only woman that walks into the room where it's filled and you don't even notice anymore because you have a seat at every single table.
For now, the 26-year-old is working toward a different goal.
My dream is to be the first female Marine in the Olympics.
And will your day job interfere at all with your dream?
I'm a Marine 24/7, and that's my priority. And I'm just blessed and fortunate for the Marine Corps just backing me and being behind me through this journey. But at the same time, it's exhausting, and that's what makes it fun. If it was easy, anyone would do it.
Tejak manages work at Quantico and intense training as a bobsled pilot.
We're going to get warmed up really fast,
including constant competitions and twice daily workouts.
Go.
Her hard work is paying off.
She's fast.
She's ranked 14th in the world.
What's the best part of bobsledding?
Oh, the speed. The speed and the adrenaline. Going 90+ miles an hour down an ice track and competing wearing Team USA across my chest.
Representing America as a competitor, a Marine, and an inspiration to young women and girls.
Good job.
Riley, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want to be remembered for how I make people feel. I don't want to be remembered for all the things that I did and the accomplishments and the medals. I want to be able to create a path big enough that multiple people can run through it and accomplish things that they never thought was possible and kind of create a roadmap to do it.
Nora O'Donnell, CBS News.
Mission accomplished, I think. Okay, a TikTok star recently went viral for his giant orders, really, at a Minneapolis restaurant. And the food, here's the cool part, was not for him. So the question is, why did he do it? Reg Chapman has the story.
The guy that was just in here? Yep. He's homeless.
A chance meeting between two people who specialize in helping others has gone viral. This is video of Josh Liljenquist coming into Lotus in Minneapolis and ordering egg rolls to feed people who are homeless.
My new mission and trying to be the best version of myself.
Josh says it's all about wrapping your arms around people and showing true love and concern for them.
I give them food, but to me, it's more than food, you know? It's a conversation. It's saying you're there for them. You hug them, you know what I mean? Because some people there, they don't get love.
He also wants to draw attention to small business owners, many of whom are struggling.
If I can touch local restaurants, feed people who are hungry, and I can take care of myself and build a community who cares, you know, you got 3 birds with 1 stone.
Josh's cameras were rolling when he walked into Lotus.
You go to the restaurant, order a big amount of food.
10 pork and then 10 vegetable?
See if they can do it, and then usually I give like the workers or the people who are making it, whatever it may be, $100, $200, pay for the food, unless the company wants to pay for it themselves, you know.
Yoon Win knew Josh was someone he was meant to help.
If he's a real helper like this, let's do this.
Yoon took Josh to the kitchen, teaching him how to prepare what he planned to hand out to people on the street or living in shelters. The video has more than 12 million views on TikTok, a few million more on other social media platforms.
I make the money from views that people watch my stuff, and then you put it right back out into the community.
Our business is up 90% yesterday. Tips are up 250% for the staff. Amazing after one day.
It's a win-win, a boost for small business and helping the hungry.
The way I look at it, Dad, is I'm a vessel for other people to share what their goals are, you know? And I'll just support anyone who has a good heart and has the same mission as me.
Reg Chapman, WCCO News.
Coming up, we will take you to a Dallas suburb where a massive tree originally decorated to cheer one single person up has instead become an attraction for many. When you think of therapy animals, you might think of dogs, possibly cats, but a senior living facility recently got a visit from another four-legged therapy animal. It's an unconventional one. Here's John Lawrenson.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. Should be fun.
At New Perspective Senior Living, a belated Christmas present is about to arrive.
Today we're expecting a fun surprise animal.
A packed crowd welcomed not a therapy dog.
Hello.
But a therapy donkey.
Tiptoe is 2 years old, so he's a little toddler. We still call him a baby.
Oh. A 250-pound baby, to be exact. Instead of having a lap dog, you could have a lap donkey.
There you go.
Tiptoe, also known as Tippy, makes the rounds every so often.
Do you want to touch him?
His handler, Tabea Brockman, says he welcomes the love.
He wants a hug.
After a rough start in life.
His mom decided she doesn't want to be a mom, and she stomped him. So he was in the ICU for a while. He's just a little miracle donkey, so now he's giving back.
And they also believe that his visits help people struggling with memory loss.
Hi. We got tears. We had people talking that didn't talk for a long time.
Giving them that opportunity to see an animal like this come to where they live in our community.
You're getting a hug.
I'm getting a hug. It's just amazing.
We've had dogs, we've had cats, we've had volunteers. We've never had a donkey.
Even though he hops out of the trailer, he needs a little help getting back in. When visiting time is over, Tiptoe comes back here to his stable in Hamel, which looks a little bit like a dorm room. But his day isn't quite over.
Tiptoe is basically his eyes. He's running around with this little bell here, and so Ty can follow. He's right there.
Tiptoe is also a seeing eye donkey for a blind 10-year-old horse named Ty Ty. In a sense, he keeps the horse out of harm's way.
You can tell if the weather gets really bad. He will push him in the lean-to, which is over there.
All in a day's work for this little fella.
It's very special to see the smiles and the old people just being happy. He likes kisses too. I love it.
In Minnetonka, John Lordson, WCCO News.
Thank you, John. Okay, a tree in North Texas draws a crowd every Christmas, and this is not your typical evergreen. Janet Shamlian went to see it for herself.
Hey, fella.
On her 10 acres in Bartonville, Texas, Barbara Nunnally has a couple of horses.
Come on.
And a wide open field with a craggy old tree.
In the daytime, it's just about a 60-foot, 150-year-old pecan tree that has really good pecans.
Other than that, there's nothing special about it, she thought, until a landscaper suggested lighting it up.
And he was out here one day and kind of went, you know, I could make that pecan tree spectacular. We asked about the price, and I said, well, we're not going to be that spectacular.
It was expensive.
It was.
But her dad's terminal cancer led to a change of heart. She wanted to surprise him. The tree was soon surrounded by heavy equipment and workers, and a ridiculous number of lights.
And imagine every branch, every limb, every little bit of what you see is totally lit up with 65,000 LED lights.
As the sun was setting that Thanksgiving night, now 16 years ago, they flipped the switch.
It was breathtaking, and nobody said a word. It was just silent. And then this happened.
But her dad was too sick to come. He died the next night.
Your dad was not here to see it.
He was, well, not down here. Exactly. But he saw it.
So did her neighbors. Word spread quickly in the small town of Bartonville, and then beyond it.
Did you ever think that doing this for your dad would turn into this sort of mass attraction in Bartonville?
No, heavens no.
People started sending her glorious photos of the tree, and there were other souvenirs, from the questionable.
All these are exactly the same, 9 of hearts, and they were strewn about all under the tree.
To the quintessentially romantic.
It began with this initial letter.
So this is a young man who left a note asking if he could propose under the tree.
Over the years, the question has been popped here at least 7 times, which Nunnally calls
ironic. I made my living as a divorce lawyer.
But no one doubts this is an act of love.
What happens if a light goes out? Is it like your Christmas tree? You have to replace the whole tree?
Gratefully, no.
Grateful is a word often used by fans of the tree.
I like the beautiful light.
As night darkens, the crowds grow.
What I find is that we've had so much darkness in the last 4 years with COVID, with Ukraine, with so many things going on that I wanted the kids to see light, and it's kind of a reminder that there is light in the world.
It's that sentiment that inspires Barbara Nunnally.
Is there any circumstance in which you would not light the tree?
I can't think of one. It's too special, and it's only special because we get to share it.
A simple Texas tree becomes a holiday Cinderella. This one, no fairy tale.
It's so awesome.
Janet Shemliet, CBS News, Bartonville, Texas.
Pretty cool. All right, coming up next, we take you to a Philadelphia school where kids are clowning around because they were told to do exactly that. And there's a good reason for it. Find out after the break. We now introduce you to a group of 8th graders who are encouraged to act out in class. You heard that right. Here's Jerika Duncan.
Teapot. Okay.
In this 8th grade class, clowning around is encouraged.
You could.
How free do you feel in this class to be you?
Very free.
The room normally used to teach science is transformed for a new experiment each Friday. Students push the lab tables aside.
We're gonna breathe in.
Shake off the weak.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And warm up for the unexpected.
Zap. Sit. Zap.
So I decided to give it a try with students DeAndre and Zaria.
Zip. Zap.
Zoom.
It's
not Zoom. Zap.
Zip, zap, zap.
Okay, I was still getting the hang of it, but it was clear these students at Kearney School in Philadelphia were having a great time. And that's the point of the Unscripted project. The idea is to use improv comedy to help students think fast on their feet, communicate, and collaborate with others.
What's one thing you really like?
Nutella. Yeah.
Nutella. Oh, it's great. I love Nutella. And what's one thing you don't like?
Not having Nutella.
Not having Nutella. Okay, very specific.
Paul Dykman and Francine Audrey
Very great.
are 2 of 10 local actors and comics who visit these city schools to show kids they can be anything they imagine. Like when DeAndre took control as a TV remote.
It's horrible. I'm tired. I can't take it anymore. They never wash their hands. I'm greasy. I'm dirty.
The laughs and love here can provide a lifeline in an environment where violence is nothing new. Philip Chen is co-founder of the Unscripted project.
In one of our schools, a student was unfortunately passed away from a neighborhood incident.
A neighborhood incident.
He was literally shot outside the school. But how we react to that is in our control.
Chen says he discovered the value of improv as a theater kid growing up in Australia.
It really transformed everything I see about myself. I learned how to be more confident. I felt a rush and a joy that, like, hey, I found my personality. I felt a space where I could feel safe.
When we visited this class, students were 6 weeks into a 10-week session. Corinne Potter Simmons is program director.
A student may be just going through so much that, okay, you know what, let's scrap the plan, because it's improv. There shouldn't have been a plan in the first place, you know?
Of course.
At the heart of what it is about being comfortable, being uncomfortable. It's about navigating through uncertainty. So if you can unlock that in how you view yourself and your potential, then the sky's the limit.
But then again, when it comes to improv, there are no limits.
It helps me accept my mistakes, you know?
It helps you accept your mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I've learned it's okay to be silly or really just turn off your learning and like just be free.
Sharika, thank you very much. That is our show. I hope it brightened your day, lifted you up. I'm confident it did. If for some reason it did not, reruns totally free. Go ahead and press play. I'm going to find some good news. See you next time.